Hey guys, hope everybody's having a lazy Sunday. I know I am. I'm just super lazy this morning. But we are watching some Criminal Minds. We're on season 1, episode 14. I accidentally read the title and it's called Riding the Lightning, which is like a Ride the Lightning. Isn't that a Metallica song? So I don't know what that has, that if that has anything to do with it, anything. But yeah, I don't know what to expect because it's pretty vague.
Garcia, this will be the first serial killer couple ever recorded for Vicap.
They slaughtered 13 young girls with blonde hair. Hello.
Sarah Jane Dawes.
Young girls.
There's only 12 of them. Should we tell them they're one short?
At least.
That's creepy, but very true.
Hillary Dixon was by no means Jacob's last victim. Never admitted her role in the deaths of the girls.
She never denied it either.
Well, according to Jacob, Sarah Jane was fully complicit in the targeting, abduction, and murder of all 12 and, well, now 13 victims.
Prison records show that Jacob is a sexual psychopath. They were inconclusive on Sarah Jean, though. They said her demeanor was more like that of a war victim's.
What's it say?
It's a statement of innocence.
I mean, she could be just another victim.
This was meant to be. Our names will live forever.
Let's go.
It's a beautiful thing.
Let's go.
It's a beautiful thing.
You designed that to happen. Did you learn anything, Agent?
Because
It's a good one.
it's for someone that likes to have so much control, right? Because that's what they said, that he's a sexual psychopath who likes to have complete control and possession of his victims. Not letting the families know or have any closure or anything, that is such an amount of control, not only over the actual victim, but over, like, it extends to the family members. So it's like a power rush, and just knowing that you're gonna be able to take all that information that all these people need in order to live full lives or to get past pain to your grave. Wow, what a power trip.
Read the letter, Elle.
Mom, I know how difficult
This must be
things between us were never what they should be between
between
a
a mother
mother.
and her daughter.
That is a private letter.
I want you to know that the best part of me, the most important part of me,
Is now in a better place than where I will ever be.
Stop it!
I am responsible
For the deaths of those girls, I neglected my duty as a woman and as a mother.
Why didn't you say this in court?
Because she feels like,
went back to his workshop.
yeah, she feels like she did.
It's a long way from knowing he was killing them.
They died as a result of my neglect.
Wow.
They died as a result of my neglect.
But why would you want to die
This letter suggests
just because you feel
that an
so
innocent
this guilt?
is
Like,
about to be executed
that's a
for
lot of
crime she
guilt.
did not commit.
Now, it is rumored they are calling for a stay of execution.
Who the hell told them that? It doesn't matter.
Oh my god, it's like in every
Jacob.
single episode, the media
Last minute.
does something stupid.
Who are you?
My friends call me JJ.
Well, hello.
Sit
I
down.
thought he liked young girls,
Hello.
like 13.
JJ.
You're not my friend. You can call me Jennifer.
You'd have to ask him.
How old is he?
He's 25.
No. Do you have a picture of him?
In my office.
You don't carry him with you. To protect him. You want to leave him somewhere safe. Somewhere clean.
Where is he?
He's in a better place.
I don't know if he's
Chaplain's here
dead.
to see you.
Ah, that got me.
The governor's just granted a stay of execution to Sarah Jane.
What? They can't do that.
They don't believe she killed
Oh,
her son.
shit.
Killed him. He tell you exactly where he's buried.
Shit.
It's not Riley Dawes. It's Ashley Farley. She was 14 when she was killed.
Why would Jacob give us another victim? It completely goes against his need for power, manipulation, and control.
Taking the secret of an old victim to his grave satisfies that need. The basket?
Oh, like the
The boy in that panty is
Bible
worth 10,
thing? What is it? What's it called?
maybe more. Is that how you see him, or how he is?
I only have a few hours left.
Moses.
I'm
Moses,
respectfully
right?
asking you to leave.
Jacob didn't bury Riley anywhere. But Sarah Jean had already taken care of him.
Then she did kill him.
No, she sent him somewhere where she believed he'd be safe.
He's alive.
Oh, he's so cute.
We're running out of time. This is the proof we need to save Sarah Jean.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna break down.
JJ, circulate this photo to the press. See if anybody recognizes his
God, how are they gonna
Do I
find him
say
in
who we think he
time?
is?
No, just put him out as a missing persons.
What does that mean?
Means Jacob is being moved to the execution chamber.
I've made my peace 18 times, and each one was prettier
Oh
than
shit.
Why take him with you, Jacob?
you. You know why?
Take him down.
You don't mind, gentlemen. This is one walk I can make myself.
So there's 4 more?
Bring it on.
Classy. Oh shit.
Right. You lose.
No!
There's no longer any threat to Riley. Tell me where he is.
Yeah, but his memory kind of is.
We can stop this
It's
madness.
like-
There's no greater gift in life than that of being a parent. That so many of us abuse and squander that gift.
That's why I'm not going to let Riley lose the greatest gift he never knew he had.
But that is my gift to him. And I'll not let you destroy that.
Only people Jacob allowed.
It's time.
Take your hands off her. Tell Morgan to kick the door down if he
We're
has
gonna
to.
get in the house, whatever it takes.
FBI!
I said take your hands off.
FBI!
Oh my god.
Morgan.
We're federal agents.
Hey, Hutch. We got him. He's here. What do we do?
Gideon, they've got him. What are we doing here?
I am standing here because of choices I made. Don't let my son be Jacob's last victim.
Yeah. Oh god.
Tell Morgan it's not her son. That we made a mistake.
Let him go. It's not the boy.
Hey, Derek.
Hopefully he never finds out ever.
Mrs. Sheffield, I'm very sorry. We have the wrong house. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I think that these guys know.
Agent!
Jesus.
Thank you.
Ooh, I was not prepared to be crying today. What the hell? How horrible to live with that knowledge, like him and then the other guy, the warden. You're killing an innocent person.
Albert Pines said, "What we do for ourselves, dies with us. What we do for others in the world remains and is immortal.
And he's never gonna know how much, like, his mom loved him. Like, that he had a mom who actually died for him. Wow. Oh my god, I'm a mess. Yeah, and I understand her because she made some really bad choices in her life, right? She chose to be with Jacob. She chose to marry him, even though she was not aware of the fact that he was killing these girls. She had suspicions that he wasn't doing anything. Like, he wasn't showing them how to paint and shit. Like, he was obviously doing something wrong with them, and then they disappeared. So of course she knew that there was something going on, and she didn't say anything because she was afraid, of course, afraid that if she spoke or if she did something to betray Jacob, she was going to be the victim. And then when Riley was born, it became even worse, like even more scary, because he could easily end up being used as a tool to keep her controlled. So the fact that she understands that and that she takes the responsibility of all those things is very admirable. Not a lot of people can do that. Especially when, I mean, your life, not only your life, but the image that you leave behind, because to the world, she is the accomplice and the evil woman, and she's hated, and when all she did was try to protect her child, and it's just so heartbreaking. Oh my god. But even though I understand what Gideon wanted to do, you know, save her life because she was innocent, and that's his job, to make sure that the bad people pay for what they do, and save lives. And he wanted to save her life because she was also Jacob's victim, but in this case it's different because she had some responsibility, and she took that responsibility. And what he wanted was for Riley to know who his mom was, and the sacrifice that she was willing to do, but at the same time it would have ruined him. Like, maybe it would be a possibility that nothing would have happened to him, but she didn't want to take that chance. She didn't want him to be the son of these two people, even not even her, even if she is cleaned of all charges, he would still be Jacob's kid, the guy who murdered over 18 girls. And she didn't want to leave that legacy behind. He has such a bright future, you know, playing the cello, and people are really cruel, and his image, like, they wouldn't see Riley anymore. They would just see Riley, the son of the serial killer. And that, for Riley, would have been very hard to overcome. To realize that the two people that have raised you are not just your parents. Not only the fact that you've been adopted, but the fact that your mom spent 15 years in jail to try to protect you, and at the end that didn't happen, and that your dad was this like sexual psychopath, and he was killed, like he died in the electric chair. Like, that is something that nobody deserves to know that. Like, it's a truth that is just too much, and especially for a 17-year-old. So I can only imagine how it could like damage his psyche. Like I said, is a possibility. Maybe it wouldn't change him psychologically, but there is a chance that that could potentially cause him to repeat the cycle, like to, I don't know, to feel more like his like father, or something could be triggered, and who wants to risk that? So I think the love that she shows for her son, and knowing that and trying to avoid that, and just giving her kid the life that she wanted him to have, is just so beautiful, and so sad that it had to go down this way. So yeah, it was a very, very emotional episode. I was not expecting to cry this much today. I don't remember if I've ever been this emotional in the show before. But yeah, it was really powerful. I really liked the format. It was very different because usually, you know, we start the show with someone getting attacked or kidnapped or whatever, and then we slowly discover who the unsub is. In this case, we already knew who the unsub is. We're just trying to kind of like go back and retrace our steps and save someone who everybody thinks is guilty. And it was new and it was very interesting, and I appreciate that they, you know, switched it up for us. That's good. Which gives me like a lot of like, because sometimes things can be repetitive, so I like when shows realize that, okay, let's just switch things up, because we don't want it to be, you know, too predictable. So it's good. Yeah, that guy was creepy too, Jacob. So the acting was really good. Whew. And I love Gideon so much because he has such an empathetic heart. Like, he really, really loves people, and he really wants to help people, and he gets really, really attached to the cases and the people involved, and he fought so hard for this woman, but at the end he realized, especially being as a father, what it means to give up everything to give your child the opportunity to live a normal life without the influence of your mistakes. And that's just, yeah, it touched me. And I'm not even a mom, so I can only imagine if you're a mom and you watch this, I would be like completely destroyed. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, we are back with some more Criminal Minds. We're on season 1, episode 15. Last episode was very emotional. I actually cried. I was not expecting to cry that much, but it was really something. I loved it though, and it just gave the show like another layer, because I've seen some cop shows before, but I don't remember ever feeling that emotionally invested with the actual, like, with the characters and the story. So yeah, it was nice. Maybe, but of a different sort. Yep.
Wait a minute. Hey, who gave this to you?
I don't know, guy in a blue jacket.
Hey, wait! That's not the guy! Hey, it's not the guy!
Hey.
What's going on? Sorry, sir. Misunderstanding.
Strangled 1987.
I knew that he was gonna see something there.
Gray.
You see something?
Yeah. What is the significance of black bra and gray wool socks?
That's what Amy Jennings was wearing when we found her.
That's a lot of detail to remember for 20 years.
It's not entirely impossible for an unsub to switch his MOA. The Zodiac killer went from stabbing people to shooting them.
Yes, but he wanted to take the credit. This bastard didn't do anything in secret.
I'd say good morning, but it's still dark outside.
If you wanted to elude the police, it would be a good idea to change.
Carla Bromwell. Gideon, can you put it on the news?
Meet you on the plane in 30 minutes.
I'm coming with you. I'll I'm not asking, Jason.
Okay. Everybody's like, ugh.
The note just means we have a copycat on our hands.
Or maybe.
Copycat who just had.
I mean, it depends on like how, like I said, it depends on how old this killer was when he started. Because if he's too old, it would make sense for the MO to change. Because maybe this MO is easier. Maybe he's handicapped or something. And I don't know if like depends on like the attraction also. Maybe women, like older women, are easier for him to trap and manipulate than younger women if he's like disabled. Or his attraction just changed, went from, because when he was younger he was attracted to younger women, like women his age, and now that he's older he's attracted to women his age. Maybe, I don't know, speculations. Also, it's good to keep an open mind also, that there's a possibility that it's not the Keystone Killer. So just to have all the cards on the table so we don't just focus on this.
And the puzzle mentioned a rear window. Maybe he left a print.
No way.
I think I'm gonna check it out anyway.
You do what you want to do, but believe me, you're wasting your time.
Elle's good at this, Max.
Did I say she wasn't?
Oh my god, he's so freaking annoying.
I haven't had a feeling like this around a dead body in 18 years.
I remember what you said to me on my first day.
Over everything we know, old and new, and hopefully find him before we find another body.
We'll start with Agent Ryan's original profile. Max, you want to present it?
No.
What a freaking asshole. I hate him.
We're looking for a white male in his late 40s.
We've both been doing this too long to believe that.
Okay, but getting like this is not helping. Like, you're not being productive at all. You're just
What's he doing that's new?
pushing
His latest
people
victim
away.
was hit in the head. That's new.
In the word puzzle, he said she didn't fight.
He's a pervert. He's a small-time burglar with a fetish for lingerie. I mean, he's a creep.
Okay.
But he is not the Keystone Killer. Believe me, our guy has not been in jail all these years.
I mean, it could be.
All right, I'm gonna call Garcia. See what she can dig up on this guy.
He's not the guy.
Oh my god. Well, we're gonna do it anyways because you don't work here, dude.
Did I make you angry? Did I upset you?
Oh god.
What, you're gonna hurt me?
I'm not stupid.
No, you wouldn't hurt me here. You'd wait, sneak up behind me and hit me over the head, just when I'm not looking. What's the matter, Scotty? Can't deal with a woman who's not afraid of you?
Oh, man. Give me a hand.
What?
Give me a hand.
Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay.
Get an ambulance right now! Move! I'm on it!
Oh. Wow.
Scott Harbin.
Single obsessive military background. Fits your profile.
But he keeps his victim in his house? He's that far off script?
Ryan. Got your name on it.
Oh, it's not him. It's someone else.
Philip Bromwell? My sister Carla was murdered yesterday by a man you people should have stopped 18 years ago. Are you at liberty to explain how I'm supposed to tell our mother about this?
They weren't even involved 18 years ago.
Sorry for your loss.
Worried than those who don't?
I heard somebody. In 1987, he was 30, single, dishonorable discharge.
It's a good start. What was the injury?
Broken neck. Intense physical therapy for 9 years.
What's he been doing since?
Oh, never mind. Guy moved to the Florida Keys. He's a scuba instructor. He's got the right idea.
Come on. There's got to be something in here.
Important thing, not to let yourself become another victim.
Hey, this is different.
Really?
Really. You see, Jason, somewhere, I think in my subconscious, I hoped that writing this book would draw him out. That he missed the attention. And maybe I wanted to play his game.
You had no idea he'd kill again?
No, but he did. And now there's another woman out there in danger.
I've been in
So
a
my
coma
specialty.
for a while.
Go.
Because
All right.
I feel like when you wake up from a
Philadelphia,
coma, you're kind of
1988.
like.
All car accidents result in injuries.
Wow. There's a lot of them. His friends let friends drive drunk back then. Okay. Got injuries, 36 in a 12-month period.
How many were American-made cars?
Almost all of them, except only 5 were serious enough to send the drivers to the hospital. Let's hear it for American-made safety.
Walter Kern had a military background.
ROTC in high school, 4 years in the Air Force.
Wait,
Hospital records show that he lost.
wait, he was on his way to Bramwell's, and she's the new victim, right? And she's like the one that he just killed. So maybe that's the change of MO. She got older, and he never got to kill her because he got into the car accident before he could get to her. So that's why he killed her, because that's the person that got away, basically.
I got you, you son of a bitch. We got him. Let's go bring him in.
Nice. Good teamwork. Woohoo. He's not gonna be there, is he? Because he was with that woman, so he's probably killing her as we speak.
FBI. Can we speak with Walter Kern?
Oh my god.
He's not here right now.
You know where he is?
Is something wrong?
Can we come inside?
Oh my god, this poor lady. Can you imagine?
Why are you doing this? Why?
Put on these cuffs. Do it.
He just doesn't want me to ruin his pictures, that's all.
Mrs. Kern, has your husband ever suffered from long periods of depression?
Yes. After his car accident.
And did he suddenly just snap out of it for no apparent reason?
God, this is so heartbreaking to hear.
What does all this mean?
Could you show us the room, Mrs. Kern?
These entries are detailed enough to let him relive the kills for years.
There's candid photographs of the victims at the park, grocery store, outside a church, driver's license, clothing, jewelry.
Those chapters in the back, they're not finished.
These photographs are at least 20 years old. Look at the hairstyles, the clothing.
What's wrong with you, Walter? I've known you and Ann for years. You're good people.
Lay down on your back. Speak again, and I will kill you.
Then just kill me, because you're gonna do it anyways. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would just jump on him or something.
Walter Kern is a Sylvester
Knee him in the
Stone
groin.
now, Hotch confirmed.
I feel like if she had put it to some kind of a fight, she could make it out of this. Since he's disabled. But...
Down! Don't move! Watch my arm! Don't move!
It's all right. FBI.
Watch it!
FBI.
Easy.
You're gonna be all right. Just breathe deep. Take it easy.
We got her. Sylvia Gooden's alive. We got her. Get in. I need your cuffs, man.
You're gonna be fine. It's over. You're gonna be fine.
Why don't you do this? I'll take care of her.
That's enough. Now get up.
You're gonna be okay.
Here you go.
You're all right. Just breathe. Just breathe.
You did it.
Just breathe.
I sure am enjoying this part of it.
We are inseparable, you and me.
Let's just test that theory, huh? Get him out of here.
Abraham Lincoln once said, in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years.
Did Jason ever tell you, look at this piece of paper? And before we could stop him, he takes off, runs up 25 flights of stairs to the director's office,
Get out of
barges
here.
in, interrupting a meeting with the Attorney General himself.
Yeah.
The director didn't find it very funny.
And he was the only one who didn't.
You know he has no one, no family.
Who's that?
Ryan. I mean, technically he's retired, but hasn't seen his kids in years.
Divorce is not uncommon in the BAU.
A wife and a baby.
Well, when I'm with them, I try to focus 100% of my attention there. And when I'm with you guys, I try to do the same thing. It's about priorities, Elle. It's about setting them and keeping them.
I'm just so scared I'm gonna turn into that guy over there. Look up and see that my life is passing me by while I was chasing monsters.
It's hard. This job will eat you up if you let it.
And I feel like you have to find the right person as well. You know what I mean? Someone who's going to understand that you don't have just a regular 9-to-5 job, that you can't just decide to be spontaneous and go on vacation one day because it could be that that vacation has to be canceled because, hey, there's a serial killer that needs to be caught. So you're always on call. It's a very important job, and I feel like the person that you're with has to kind of understand that in a way, yes, your priority in some extent, but it's different. It's a different priority. It doesn't mean that you're less important to the person, but sometimes you are, in a way. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like there's other things that have to take that priority away because people are dying, like literally. So yeah, but it's not easy. It's not easy to find that person. And even when you think you did find that person, it's still a struggle because you feel like the connection kind of like dwindles, especially if you have a family. So I don't know if we're going to see any problems between Hotch and his wife because they have a kid. And it becomes kind of harder when a child is born because you're expected to be there more and more, and there's things that you miss, and you're not there to help out, and it all falls on the wife, and she becomes really frustrated because she has to handle all these things on her own and all those things. So it would be interesting to see how they handle that, because we've seen Gideon and now Ryan, that they have problems with their families, but we haven't actually seen it happen. So it would be interesting to see it actually happen on screen, and we like see the emotional weight and how much it affects them. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I kind of have a feeling that that's a foreshadow when he said that there's a lot of divorces in the BAU. And then Elle asking him how he does it, how he manages with his wife and kid. So maybe that's coming. So yeah, I didn't like Ryan. I feel like at the end he became a little more likable, but I understand that he was very obsessed and very focused on this case, and he really wanted to catch this killer. But it's like, why are you being an ass to everybody who's there trying to help? Like they're not sabotaging things, they're just seeing things from a different perspective. It may not be the perspective that you like or that you agree with, but I feel like it's important to have different ideas out there and not just focus on the single one until you're completely sure that that's the one you should focus on. So yeah, I didn't like how he snapped at Morgan and Elle for like no reason. It's just like rude. But now that chapter of his life is over, and I don't know what he's going to do after this, because it took such a big chunk of his life and his attention that now it'd be kind of like where to go from here, right? I love Gideon. He's always concerned about everybody's mental state and asking how things are going and making sure that everybody's okay, everybody's have like their mind in the game and everything. he worries, and I like that about him. He gets very invested in people's well-being. What else? The case is very interesting, and I like how it was resolved. It is really scary because you never know, right, who you're friends with. Apparently this woman was friends with him for so long, and then and this happened. Like, she probably befriended him, like, what, 20 years ago, when he was planning on killing her, and then this happened, so he had to wait, and she was in his life for all that time. And poor wife. Can you imagine, like, one day you wake up and you realize that you've been married to a monster? Oh my God, I can't even. It's just horrible. The trauma and how many lives are ruined just by this. And it's also kind of like, it's frustrating because the satisfaction that you get, I don't know if it's like all there. Like, yes, you get that sense of, okay, I caught the guy, he's off the street, he's not gonna hurt anybody anymore. But at the same time, sometimes these people are so lost in their own delusions and so evil that they don't really care that they're going to jail. Or they don't seem to be bothered by it because they felt like they already won. So those are the cases that really, like, get to me, because it's like they're not really punished. You know what I mean? Like, because they don't understand. But I feel like in this case it's different. I feel like in this case, even though he seemed very cocky, the guy, he's not going to enjoy his time in prison. Especially, like, he failed to complete his mission. It's like because he's such a perfectionist that he needed to do it. He said it himself, like, I can't stop, I need to do it. So that thing is going to eat him away for the rest of his life. The fact that he couldn't finish what he started. And I feel like that's more of a punishment than the being in jail itself, being locked up. The fact that he couldn't finish that thing. And yeah, if you're OCD and you have that thing, it's like it gets you, like, it gives you anxiety if you don't finish something. It can eat you up inside. Trust me. I know. So yeah, another great episode. Really fun. Lots of twists. And I really enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed it with me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, we are back with another episode of Criminal Minds. We're on season 1. Still, I think this is episode 16. Wow, I was a little off, but yeah. Season 1, episode 16. Let's do it. Oh my God, Garcia.
What are you doing out of your bunker? I was on my way to file the things that I file.
Excuse me.
Hey.
I'm looking.
Sean. Hey. Derek. You must be looking for your brother.
Yeah.
Right this way.
Look, if it's about being in New York, NYU's got a great law school, Columbia,
I don't
Fordham.
think it's about
You're hearing me.
All I'm asking you to do is think it through, you know? The logical thing is for you to go to Georgetown.
I have to trust my instincts.
Look, Sean, it's typical for someone who lost his father at a young age.
Oh,
you know
no.
what? You're not him.
Then why are you here?
I understand both sides. I know that Hodge means
Mesa,
well.
New
He just
Mexico,
wants his
5
baby
dead,
brother
all
to
from
be
Mesa
okay.
University. No signs of sexual assault and no sign of theft.
Yeah, pack mentality is crazy.
Nietzsche wrote, "The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe." Bodies were almost completely skinned, yet there's so little blood.
I think I know why. The unsubavoided areas of skin on the wrist and the throat, areas where the veins and arteries are closest to the surface.
Why would they do that? I didn't want them to bleed out.
Do you, Sheriff?
I'll say it does. Everything you see around us is Apache land. This whole basin is a sacred burial ground and was the site of a number of massacres, as I understand.
So this development is on their land?
It was their land, but they didn't have the money or the inclination to build on it, so the town seized half of it.
Yeah, last year the Supreme Court ruled that cities can use eminent domain authority to seize and repossess undeveloped private land for private development.
From this we can go to like have like two different conclusions. One, that it is the Apache, right? They're pissed off that they took their land and they're trying to fight back, and just this is their way of getting kind of like revenge for what happened, right? Like killing their kids and just making sure that it hurts. Or another version that I feel like it makes more sense to me, because I've seen too many shows and too many like stories, that it can also be the people that want to take over their land that are killing these people to make it look like the Apache are the ones that are starting this. Because since the Apache are fighting back in the trial, they just want to kind of like hurt them that way, so they cannot continue with their legal means or whatever. Does that make sense? So yeah, those are my initial thoughts.
His name, Benjamin Black Wolf, the son, John Black Wolf.
Thanks, Garcia. Black Wolf?
John Black Wolf?
You know him?
Indian activist. He's been in a little trouble related to his activism, but nothing violent. Not around here.
Should we call the reservation police?
Hell, Jim, how many times have you called him in to find lost tigers? How many drunken campers has he tracked down?
Okay, but they still need to talk to him.
John is a peaceful man.
Who would not hesitate to defend this tribe with force if attacked.
Does anybody know the last tribe to surrender to the American government? It was the Chiricahua Apache. And does anybody know the name of the last leader of the Apaches?
I know.
Tell the men from the FBI who the Gahe are.
The Gahe are mighty spirits who dwell in desert caves.
Reed. Is your name Samuel?
Sorry.
Teacher's pet. He just can't help himself, I understand.
I don't base my opinion on pictures, Mr. Hutchner. I have to walk the ground.
Okay. At least he's cooperating.
We should start inside. Forensics says the outside's been contaminated from all the construction traffic.
Of all the Native American tribes, the Apache were most renowned for their tracking ability.
Ask Agent Hotchner there. He's the real gun hand.
Why do you say that?
You carry 2 guns.
The maximum distance an attacker with a knife can close in the time it takes to react, draw your sidearm, and fire is 21 feet.
Inside 21 feet, I win. Outside 21, I have other options besides shooting a man. Who did this might help to know there was a 6th person in the house.
Why do you say that?
Female, 90, 95 pounds, size 6 shoe, fallen arches. She was walking alone when she was ambushed by 2 men.
We also believe there were at least 3 suspects.
3? Yeah. 2 over here, plus at least 6 over there. Because while these 2 carried this girl struggling to their vehicle to the east, at least 6 others ran single file to hide their numbers from the west.
Jesus. So you're saying that...
It's highly unlikely that any one tribe would mix them all together like this. Meaning? Whoever did this obviously had knowledge of Native American culture, but they had absolutely no practical understanding of it.
What we know is this pack shares a singular vision. Whether they share religious faith, racist ideology, or political manifesto, each member of this unit has surrendered its individual identity to the group.
Sheriff, you mentioned the Apache were fighting the land grab in court. Public opinion would be a significant factor.
Is there anyone besides the developers who might be vehemently opposed to the Indians getting the land back?
The ADU.
Who's that?
American Defense Union, founded by a local businessman named Roy Minton. They're like the Minutemen who patrol the borders, only these guys blame everything on the Indians.
Is that right? Then why all the guns, Roy? Our records show that your 200 members carry over 450 firearms.
We're simply exercising our constitutional right under the Second Amendment.
Oh, God.
We have the right to defend ourselves.
450 guns, Roy. I don't think so.
What?
That's not self-defense. That's plain paranoid.
She's been going through a phase the past couple months, distancing herself.
Has anyone threatened Ingrid?
Not that I know of.
Have you received any menacing phone calls or seen anyone in the neighborhood? I mean, anything that's been unusual at all?
No, nothing like that.
Is she
We
missing?
have reason to believe the people who kidnapped your daughter may be politically motivated.
And you'll see she's a sweet child. She's never hurt
You have to see this.
anything you need. Contact me directly.
There she is.
I will
Never mind.
try
What do we do?
everything I can to help.
We get rid of her.
Whatever it takes. I'm asking you, please let her go.
This is Special Agent Aaron Hotchner.
Yeah, we have Ingrid Greason. We'll turn ourselves and the girl in under one condition.
I'm listening.
You don't tell Grayson about it.
What does it matter to you what I tell Grayson?
Oh, he's the one that paid.
Because he paid us to kidnap her.
Oh, shit. The plot thickens. So, maybe Grayson? He's involved in these murders and wanted to have her daughter, like, out of this situation. To protect her, he had these people kidnap her while the others went in there and got everybody killed.
Made the call right then.
You kidnap the girl, but then you leave just minutes before someone else comes and kills those kids.
We didn't kill them kids. We was with her the whole time since. You can ask her.
Well, that's quite the story. Thing is, they're telling exactly the same one.
I believe it's the truth.
I want my phone call.
If what you're saying is true, it seems likely your daughter was somehow involved in these killings.
She had nothing to do with it. You stay the hell away from her!
I want the names of all your daughter's friends at school. Boyfriends, I want her class schedule.
Ingrid's very private.
We have 5 dead kids, tortured, mutilated, and murdered, and all we have to go on is you and your daughter. Do the math.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely knew about the killings, but it could be that that's all he knew, and he knew that she planned it.
I'm Dr. Spencer
something,
Reed.
I don't
I'm with the FBI, and I was wondering if you could...
Greason Ingrid 943
Oh,
23947.
shit. That's not good. Yeah. That's like a military thing, as far as I know, and I feel like some, like, cults do that, like some pack that follow a cult may do that. But when you're captured and held in like an enemy territory, when you're being interrogated and you're being asked questions, you say your name and is it your social? It's no, it's not your social. Is your tag number, your dog tag number? I think some type of ID.
Doesn't look like Minton nor the ADU.
Yeah.
Ingrid isn't catatonic anymore, but she's answering every question with only her name and social security.
So social security.
Like a prisoner of war.
Yeah.
There's more. Garcia did some checking. Ingrid hasn't been enrolled in school for over a year. She had good grades.
Shit. That's so like nerve-wracking and so horrible because you feel protected because you have cops outside and the cops get murdered.
Frank.
Different.
How? How was she different?
The way she spoke. She kept repeating these words, this jargon. I didn't know where she was getting it. And she just disappeared.
Cults commonly have their own language. They invent or redefine certain words only the cult members understand.
It's a way of isolating the members from outsiders. It's a very powerful form of thought control.
I think 3 little trespassers met the vengeful blade of the tribe.
What tribe would that be?
There are only 2 people, the Apache and those who trespass against us.
You're not Apache, Ingrid.
No, you are not Apache. Not anymore. Grandfather tested me to reclaim the sacred land for the Apache.
Where is Grandfather?
Did Grandfather ever tell you where the name Apache comes from? It comes from the Zuni word Apachu. It means enemy. And if Grandfather knew the first thing about the real Apache, he would have taught you to refer to us as the Dene. It means the people.
You and all the living Apache are like the Jews of old, lost and wandering the desert in search of their Messiah. And he has
Dene
come.
don't believe in a Messiah.
We're lied to, Ingrid.
The guys.
Don't use a word you don't understand.
You don't know.
What we do know is you've been manipulated and exploited by a very disturbed individual.
You are a liar. You have disavowed your ancestors. Only those who dwell in the Deadlands deserve to live.
The Deadlands are on the southern edge of the Western Tract. In colleges, he studied religion and Native American culture in every school, and he was in a seminar on Native American culture with Ingrid Greason.
And using
That's how they know so
peyote,
much
yeah.
about me. I've been a guest lecturer in that seminar for the past 4 years.
If Callie's our cult leader, we need more information on him. Have Garcia pull every shred of Callie's life out of the system. Jackson Callie. Grandfather.
There's no one else here, Hutch.
Where are the others?
Hunting.
Did you teach your tribe to murder?
No, I don't teach murder, I teach love. Love of land, love of ancestors, love of the tribe. These trespassers poison the land. The Apache will soon remember who they are, and they will hunt these trespassers off their land until no one but the Apache remain.
You think you speak for the Apache and the killer?
I haven't killed anyone.
That sounds very
Your little
familiar.
tribe is going to wage a war with all the white people in this state?
Pretty soon we won't have to.
Why's that?
What's going to happen when the angry white men come to the doors of your children blaming you for the killing of their people?
So Callie tried to provoke them further by killing the head of the ADU, Minton, and his family.
Right, but that didn't work either, so now he wants to attack the other side.
He's trying to provoke the Indians by staging an ADU attack against them. Call Black Wolf. We need to get to the
Isn't this
reservation.
similar to what Manson did?
School is our most vulnerable target.
Like the murder of Sharon Tate. Wasn't that meant to look like black people did it, so he could start the racial war? There you go.
Stay down. I don't want to hurt you.
Stay down, for God's sake. See? Idiot.
Get out! Don't move. Don't shoot. I give up.
You okay?
Yeah, sometimes you need a gun.
Children? Fine. We got them out before they got here. We took down these 4.
Without firing a shot?
Captain America here, shot number 5.
You're welcome.
Wonder if this is
Number 6
gonna
got up pretty bad. I don't think he's gonna make it.
come back to.
I think I'd rather be shot.
What's this? Paul Norris. He's in the New York field office. If you ever need anything, give him a call. He'll take care of you.
It's your way of saying I can't take care of myself?
No, it's my way of saying I'm a jackass.
Yeah, well, it must be hereditary.
Sean.
It's good.
It's really important that you do this your way.
This is a pretty messed up going away present, you know that?
Brother worries.
You need to get out of the office more.
Tell me about it. So I'm starved. How's the food?
It's pretty good. Let me fix you something special.
The episode itself was really good. I've seen. I mean, it's not my favorite from the season, but it is very interesting. How they deal with like this the cult mentality and how really like scary it is. Because it is. It's very. It's just so frustrating, and it would be easy to say that these people are just crazy, or that they are evil. And I'm not talking about the leader. I'm talking about the people who are doing the killings, like the sheep, if you will. But, and this is not me justifying what they do, because what they do is still wrong, and they still need to be held accountable. But the thing is, like, they're very misguided. It's not like they're crazy or bad, because they weren't born bad. Like, that girl was not born bad, Ingrid. He was just very lost, and he found someone that made her feel like she belonged and was able to fill a hole that could not be filled by anything else. And that's what happens. That's why these people are master manipulators, and they twist your way of thinking to the point where you don't see human beings as human beings anymore. People, these guys were willing to massacre a bunch of kids because they thought that it was the best thing to do, that it was the right thing to do, that they were saving something. I don't know. And it's crazy, but it's also kind of sad that there's people this horrible who take advantage of other people's vulnerability like that. And we see it all the time in real world. People have their ideologies and they try to force that ideology on other people who don't know any better or are just very lost, and they just want to find something that would give meaning to their lives, and they just find it in the wrong place with the wrong person. Yeah, because just the way that Ingrid was talking was very scary. And I can understand how, like, John felt in the fact that they were using his own culture against him and to justify murder. It's just so horrible. And I like all the reference to Manson, because it was a very similar situation. You know, you have all these kids that were runaways and didn't belong in society, and you have this charismatic leader who convinced them that there was a war coming and that they needed to take action because they were the ones that were going to be left standing after it was all over and all those things. And the fact that he was saying that he was doing it because he was inspiring murder, or he was inspiring love. I feel like that was a very Manson thing to say, although I feel like in this case it was more about, I don't know, I mean, both situations are very, like, racist, but it just feels like in this case, this guy was had other I don't know, was more like a narcissist in a very different way. I don't know if he was using drugs, because I feel like with Manson, drugs were heavily involved. Like, he was using drugs to manipulate his kids. And to some extent, I feel like Manson did believe that he was kind of like a messiah in a way. And I feel like this guy didn't think that way. I think it was more like an excuse to get these people to do what he wanted. Does that make sense? But either way, it was very interesting to see them dealing with the situation. And it was very interesting to see Hotchner use or change his belief system, right? And that helped him get closer to his brother. And that's something that I always like about this show, is that we are confronted with a problem that is afflicting the characters, right? They're having some sort of issue, and throughout the episode they learn some type of lesson, and at the end it just comes full circle, and they manage to kind of like fix the problem or learn a lesson. And in this case, Hotchner learned that forcing Sean to do what he wants, or, you know, all you're doing is alienate him, and you're just fighting for no reason, because Sean is his own person and he's gonna do what he wants to do. And if becoming a lawyer is something that's in his future, then he's gonna do it at the time that he feels it's right. So he's gonna take his own road and figure things out. And you can, like what he said, like there's different ways to get to where you want to go, or to get a result. So he could either stay angry and pressure him and be like their father, right? Force him to do this, or he could support him in this decision and hope that he would eventually come up with that same answer himself. And I think that's great. And I love seeing Hotch and having a relationship and connecting with his brother, and I always like to see family members or characters, and just to see what the dynamic is and how they are outside of this job, because this job takes a lot out of them. So we'll see if we get to see more family members coming from everybody else. So yeah, very good episode. I had fun with it. So hopefully you enjoyed my reaction, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.